Hey guys, this is Mrs. Stidham. I wanted to make this video to show you a few things in the language arts curriculum here in the Edgenuity Buzz platform that will help you navigate this a little bit better and easier and explain some things about specifically the language arts program to you. So first of all, I just want to point out this little tool bar here. If you hit the arrow, you have all of these tools that you can use as you go through the lessons. One that might be very helpful for you is if you would like it to read the lesson to you while you follow along, you can just hit this play button. Not just books. What is literature? Is literature? Okay, so that will read it to you. If it's reading it too fast or too slow, you can hit this little settings and change the speed that it reads to you. You can also go here to translations. If you click into this language, there are over 30 languages there that you can pick to have it translated into, if that would make it easier for you to understand. So I have mine just set to Spanish. Let's say I pick this first paragraph here. I go to the globe icon. It's going to translate that into Spanish for me so that I can read it. I can also have it read it to me in Spanish. Okay, so that might be helpful for some of you. You can also highlight a word and click the book, the dictionary, and it will give you definitions. You can hit play and it will read that to you. You can also hit the little picture icon, and if there's a picture associated with that word, then it will have it there in a picture dictionary for you. So that might be helpful. If you are reading but having trouble following along, you can use this screen mask tool, and it just kind of blocks everything out except for what you're reading. That might help you stay on track there as well. So those tools are in every lesson, in every subject for you to help you out. Okay, so I just wanted to point those out. Now, specifically in language arts, we're going to go through just a couple things in the lessons. As you're going through, I know some of them can be kind of long. If you need to stop and take a break and go do something else and come back and finish it later, absolutely, that's fine. But it's very important that you go all the way through the lesson before you take a quiz over the lesson or complete an assignment, because the information in those lessons is really important. That's like your textbook. That's where it's teaching you, giving you examples and videos to help you understand those concepts. So it's really important that you go through that really thoroughly before you take a quiz or move on in that. If you get to something that you don't understand very well or you're having trouble with, then contact me and I can help you with that. I can give you some more resources that might help. I could set up a meeting with you if we need to help you work through some of those things so that you understand it better. But first, always start with going through the lesson and see what you can get from that and where you might be having trouble understanding. Okay, and we can go from there. But it's important to go through all of the different things in the lessons. There's a lot in there for you to help you understand these topics. On the videos, if you click this blue button, it gives you a transcript for all of the words that are in the video, so you can read along with the video if that's something that helps you as well. But make sure that you watch all these. They're very important. Okay, they are part of the lesson, and I don't want you to skip over anything because every part is important. If you get to parts where it asks you to think of an answer and then check, it says click each picture to check your answer, make sure you go through and you take the time to do all that, because again, that's important to see if you're understanding it. If you do some of these and you're not understanding why this is an answer, or you aren't able to come up with an answer, then that's maybe a good time to contact me and say you're having trouble understanding this and I can work with you on that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go to just through this really quickly. Some lessons ask you to do a certain activity. This particular one I'm in asks you to do your writer in training assignment. So it gives you the directions on what to do, and then it will tell you, send it to your teacher. Now, when you see that, send it to your teacher, it's not wanting you to do it and then immediately send it to me, like say in an email, okay, or in a message. It will always have a place in the program where you submit it. Now, as we're starting out and we're all getting familiar, we've kind of let people just send them to us however they can get them to us. But we're going to start working toward getting all of them submitted correctly in the actual Edgenuity platform, because that ties it directly to the gradebook. And that makes it a lot easier to get feedback to you, to get those grades inputted for us to find them easier as teachers. And if you need to do a retry, it's right there for you. All of those things are through the program. So we'll be working toward that goal over the next week or so. So I'm going to show you where that submission would be. But just if it says send it to your teacher, you're going to hang on to it. And there will be a part in the program, usually after the quiz, after the lesson, where you'll submit that. And I'll show you that here in just a minute. So when you finish a lesson, and remember the target due date is up here in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to see what's next, down at the very bottom, you'll have a previous activity. And then over here, under where my face is right now, you'll have a next activity. So you could click that and go to the next activity. You can also do that up here in this toolbar. So I'm just going to go to the next activity. It's the quiz. You would take that. Now, when you get to a quiz, as soon as you click to open it, it says click the start to begin. Once you click that to start, then it's immediately going to open your quiz and it expects you to complete it then. Okay, so if you close out of it and want to come back to it later, it will just close out, and anything you haven't answered, it will mark wrong. And then I'll have to go in and reset that quiz for you. So make sure you're ready to take the quiz when you open it. If you open it and you're like, I just really don't understand any of these questions, this is too difficult for me, then it's okay to close out of the quiz and send me a message and let me know. And then I can set up a meeting with you or whatever we need to do so that I can help you with that before you take that quiz again. Okay, so just a little bit about that. But like I said, after the quiz, here's where you'll have your submission. Okay, you'll see this little cloud with the up arrow, and it says submission. It has the target due date, and here is where you would submit. Now, this person has already submitted theirs, but if you hadn't submitted yet, there'd be a little plus sign right here. You would hit the plus to attach your file and then hit submit, which would be down here. Okay, and that's where you would submit your assignment. Okay, so that's that. It says you completed an assignment, which can be found here, writer in training. You can click here and it's going to take you right back to that writer in training assignment that we talked about. Okay, that was in the lesson. Okay, I wanted to show you one other thing. I'm going to go, let's see, I think if I just go in here. One other thing I wanted to show you. You might at times come to a yellow activity button. Hopefully there's one in here. We will see. Oh, and that one didn't have one. I apologize. Let's see if this one does. Not all of them do. Some of them just talk about it. And this one doesn't either. Okay, I'm going to pause my video for just a moment and I'll get one of those pulled up so that I can show you what that looks like. Okay, I found one here. I apologize. Sorry about that. The how do you read assignment. So some of them will have this yellow activity button, okay? And if you click that yellow activity button, this might look familiar to you, it's going to take you to a worksheet or an assignment. This is where I sent out the thing about how you can open with Kami. If you have that Kami extension downloaded, that makes it really easy for you to open that right up and fill in those boxes with your name, marking things. That makes it easy for you to do, save it, and submit it. Okay, and I sent out a video on how to do that. If you need help with that, let me know. I'm going to go back here to my submission or my lesson, sorry. When you get to the end of this, so we're in this reading lesson, it will have you do that activity, then it has you do a few more things. Then just like before, you take your quiz, and then here's that submission box. How do you read assignment? And it says you completed an assignment within this lesson. So that's telling you it was one of those activities in the lesson. You've already done it. If you need it again, or you need to know what that looked like, or maybe you forgot to do it, you can click this link and it goes right back to that page in the lesson. And then that is where you are going to submit it. Okay. So hopefully that helps you a little bit in getting through the program. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, or if you're having trouble with something, please reach out to me. Either send me an email or send me a message within the system, and I will get back to you as soon as I can and try to help you out with that. So I hope that helps you as you go through your language arts curriculum.